Hi everyone, so today we're going to make a card. I guess this is like a start from stash type of video because I have a ton of Hunkydory items that I want to use. But also this could be anything, okay? I'm just trying to show you, I don't even know if it's a technique, it's just something to think about with these kind of cards. Just a little something different. It's going to be 5 by 7 and hopefully I'll do my measurements right, not like the other day when I did a 5 by 7 and it was 5 by 6 and a half. Just something a little bit different, okay? So I just pulled some papers from my stash, but if any of these things are available in a place that you can still order from, I will have those linked, and those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I have this beautiful bundle, the Springtime Wishes. This stuff is old. I mean, I probably bought this maybe 2 years ago. It's a Hunkydory designer deco large collection, but basically you can still make your card however you want, you know, you make your card base with whatever you have, and then just add some layers. I mean, that's all we're going for today, but I did want something like a little focal point. A lot of these things are meant to be decoupage, so maybe I'll do that. I'm not huge on decoupage, I don't know how you... I usually, whenever I show you guys something like that, I will do less decoupaging, because like Hunkydory will put like 5, 6, 7 layers, you know, so it's super high, and I usually maybe do 2 or 3. Look at these gorgeous papers. I'm telling you, Hunkydory is so fun. You can still order from them, you can still find them from different sites. I think HSN still has some of their stuff. It's just right now with the tariffs, they're like, we're not sending, you know, masks and dyes and certain glues and certain things out because they are made in China. It's just, they said it's exorbitant for them to even try and sell it, kind of thing. So I have some pieces, as you can see, I've cut into some of these sheets before. So they have like papers like this that are like 350 GSM, maybe even thicker. These are their basic kind of papers, like card bases. And kits like this, you'll have toppers like this, you know, just like this one, where you just have this with some sentiments, maybe some borders. The other one that I showed you at the beginning over here was more decoupage, and they have different kits. So I think this is all one kit, which was huge. And then sometimes they sell them in pads, sometimes they sell them just all kinds of different things. Some papers are bigger than others. There might be some inserts in here where they're like thinner papers that are supposed to go on the inside of your card, but anyway, that doesn't really matter. I just want to show you that. And then I had come across this paper and I thought, oh, this might be nice for accent paper, because this, even though it has these guys, I love to leave these for actual card bases. I don't want to cut into them just for like a background paper. So I thought maybe something in here might go, but I don't even know. Maybe not. Everything in here is kind of blue, but we'll see. We'll pick something good. And I'm also going to just take some card bases from my stash. It looks like this stuff is based in like a creamy color, and I think that will work for both of these things. So I'm just going to take this. I want to show you there is this. I have a video coming up for Spellbinder's new releases on June 10th. Well, June 9th possibly. Oh, actually, I don't know when I'm going to release this video, because you'll probably see the other one too. But anyway, maybe in the morning I'll release this one. These stash stacks things, they sent me a while back, but I was waiting for them to be released on Spellbinders, and they finally did release them even before the June things, but only recently. And look at this. There's like 200 sheets of cardstock in here. A2 size. That's what this size is, 8.5 by 11. Anyway, I go all and show you everything about them in that video. But I love these. Oh my gosh. Because I always just have paper that I use like this, literally just sitting next to me, right? And so I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I mean, the reason I know there's 200 because there's 100 here. There's at least another 100 and then plus some. So, you know, maybe even over 200 sheets. Heavyweight cardstock, and I love the way it's like cut out here larger, so the corner of your paper doesn't get mushed, and it's so snug that the paper doesn't move around, so it's never going to get like crushed. I just think it's so cool. So I just want to show you guys those, because oh, this is really creamy colored. Maybe we should do a white base. That cream is too much cream. Okay, and I'm going to need a couple of sheets, because if this was 12-inch paper, excuse me, you can probably get this all going from the one 12-inch paper, but I'm just going to do 2 sheets of A2 size. And so you saw the card in the intro. So basically it's like a 5 by 7 type card. But what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to kick out this legs right now that I'm not sure that I'm cutting things correctly. My goodness. What I want is a card base that's going to be like a tent fold, you know, just landscape type of card, and then it's gonna have something pretty off the side hanging, not hanging, but just kind of sticking up, so the card will still be 5 by 7, you know, you still put it in a 5 by 7 envelope, but it has a different kind of look to it. So I was thinking the card base should be like 3.5. No. Let me see. Okay, 7 inches wide. And then if I do 3.5, that means the other piece needs to stick out 1.5 inches. Is that too much? Yeah, maybe that's too much. Okay, let's say... Okay. I'm going to cut this paper to 7 by 8. So 7 and 8 in the other direction, which basically means just cutting 1/2 inch off, but there you go. Okay, 7 by 8. And that means on the 8-inch side, I'm going to score it at 4 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to take this back down, score at 4 inches. So when we fold this in half, it's going to be 7 by 4. That's an interesting number. And hopefully it's nice and straight. It looks really crooked. What was I doing? What was I scoring over here? Okay, so 7 by 4. And then I'm going to want something to stand up right here. That looks so small. 7 by 4. Is that 4? It's 4. I just had to double check because that looks really, really tiny. Ooh. You know, though, actually, I'm going to be able to get everything off this one piece because of how I decided to do it. So, okay. So this offcut right here, I don't really know how wide I want this, but I think I want it a little thinner than that. So I want this to be, this is 4 inches. We want 5, right? But then I also want this to be a little bit up and off the paper, kind of like that. So let me see about how much that is. Well, I guess I can use a ruler. We are making this up, guys, as we go along. I want it to end up 5 inches from this base thing here. So that would be about there. Okay, that's fine. So this cardstock needs to be cut at 4 3/4. So 4 3/4 tall. And it's a little bit too wide. Like, this is taking up too much space. I want it to be a little bit thinner. I mean, this is fine if you like that too. Of course, we're just making this up. So I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner by eyeballing it. If I did 3.5, that's exactly half the width. I think that's good. But if you have something, you know, that you want this wider, you know, go for it. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to grab some paper, and funny enough, right here I have this gold luxury mirror card. I don't know how it ended up underneath me. It must have fallen the day when I was arranging some stuff, and that's fine. And now I can use the silver if I want, but you know, we always end up with gold. So I'm going to use gold for matte layers, and then we'll keep going from there. So again, we just made up these numbers. So 7 by 8, scored at 4 inches. So that means you're going to have a piece that's 7 by 4. So at the 7 by 4, I'm going to do, how wide is this paper? Okay, I'm going to have to do it this way. 3 7/8. 3 7/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, and then I need another matte layer that unfortunately these aren't going to work with because my paper is kind of small. It's like 6 by 8 or something. That is, our paper again was 4 3/4, or supposedly, yeah, okay. I was like, that's way off my ruler. By 3.5. 4 3/4 by 3.5. So let's say 3 3/8 because I like 8s, but if you want to do quarters, take a quarter. And then the 4 3/4 is really 4 5/8, if that's gonna... Did I do that right? That looks so skinny. Everything looks weird. Yeah, I didn't do that right. No wonder. Okay. I was like, that didn't come out well. Let's do it again, guys. Oh my gosh. What is my problem? 3.5. 3 3/8. Oh, did I line it up? I lined it up somewhere weird, didn't I? 3 3. I can tell already just looking at it. I'm like, that looks really skinny, but okay. 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. So just out over a 1/2 inch. My goodness. Okay, that's much better. And then, you know, see how tight I like my matte layers? It's whatever you like. So for right now, I don't know. I have to go through the paper and start seeing what we're going to be doing with the paper. Okay, so let me put some of these things to the side. And again, skinny pieces like this I would throw away. Pieces like this, obviously, I put in my stash, in my little scrap basket, just to have that. Okay, so here we have some of these things. Sorry. I'm going to put that to the side. We only need the one sheet, so that's cool. Again, I want some background paper. Now, like I said, I can cut it from that pretty paper, but I don't want to. So I'm going to see what we have here. Ooh, and this is interesting. This is matte-tastic. So see, it's not shiny. It's just very pretty. Cardstock. Okay, so we have blues and kind of like purples. Maybe that one with the lighter, just a little bit of background. And this is just their regular stuff, so I just want to show you like it is shinier, right? What I want from this are these pieces. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe I can do like a blue and do the boots. I think I used the boots last time I used this pack, and it was a long time ago. So let me see if there's something else. And of course, I don't have to do the decoupage. I was thinking, oh, look at the little cat. But to do something different, I thought, oh, maybe we could do decoupage. Okay, so let's do that. And that blue in there, really, I mean, I can use anything, but I was thinking is this one. All right? And I mean, we can mix and match. Actually, let's cut into two of them. Let's do that one, and what else? I mean, the flowers are pink on there, which are really pretty. This is a really big look. I don't know. Maybe this one? Let's do this one in the background, this one behind the little cat. Okay. So, matte layers. Again, 7 by 4, right? So we did a matte layer that was, however you want to see this, 6 7/8 by 3 7/8. So to matte layer that, I want something that is 6 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to do the 3 3/4 this way, 3 3/4. And if you want to gut your gold paper or whatever fancy paper you use in the background, please do, because that's just, you know, you're not going to see it anyway. I love that this little bit is here, but I don't know how much of that's going to show. Just barely. So anyway, 6 3/4. And let's make sure that's correct before I move on. Okay, we are good to go. And then this guy, again, was... The numbers are weird because, again, I just made it up on the fly, but it was 3.5, is that what we said? 3.5 by 4 3/4. So this one was 3 3/8 by 4. Oh my gosh, 4. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3 3/8 by 4 5/8, right? 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. I'm gonna take this guy and we're gonna do 4.5 in the height by 3 1/4. Yay, I did that right, math, and no more math, guys, because that's it. So let me just clean up a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, before we do our decoupaging, we can put some of this stuff together, and just so that everything's kind of starting to get put together instead of having all these pieces. So, you know, if you want a matte layer first or just matte layer as you go, I know whenever I watch like Hunkydory videos, they seem to work on everything, you know, off to the side, and then they add it to their card base like at the end. But whatever it is that you want to do. That is crooked, because again, I was telling you, I went to put my card together, it was kind of quite crooked, so my card base itself. So again, you're eyeballing these things, the way you cut, when you score, how you know, it was way off, it seemed like. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. Let's just glue these together, and that looks pretty good. Okay. And then I'm just going to glue these matte layers together also. So just glue the gold down and then this one on top, and I'll be right back. Okay, before I stick any of these things together, I'm just going to make my decoupage, but I'm going to show you this is basically going to go like here. And now that I see this little numbers, maybe I'll just kind of play with that. It doesn't matter where you put it, it's wherever your eye thinks it should go. And then when we put this together, we're going to put it together in a way that it's 5 inches tall. So as you can see, if I have my base here, it's the 4 inches or whatever. It's kind of off right now. And then we're going to add, you know, the inch or so, however it needs to be, for that to be 5 inches by 7, right? 7 inches wide already, but we want 5 inches tall, or any variation of that if you want to get it in your envelope. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. So we have these guys. You know, as I look at it, this doesn't have a ton of, I mean, I guess it does. But what I really like about this is that there are 4 on here. So we can start with, you know, the one. Like I said, whenever I pop these things out, I pop towards me because these little burrs that are left behind, if you push away from yourself. Yeah, so you just don't want those little burrs to end up tearing your paper. If you push it backwards, it might tear up. So if you pop it towards you, it's tearing it off the back. I don't know how to explain that. More than that. So this is our base layer. I guess there are kind of a lot of matte layers. I was looking at them like, oh, there's only a couple. But no, I mean, but again, it's what you want. So this one I'm definitely just going to stick down flat. And I mean, he can go off the side too if you want, you know, something fun, but I was just gonna pop him on here. And I don't want to put too much height on this, so I'm gonna grab some smaller bits that I have. It's hard to tell what's straight on this one because the way the little cat's kind of like looking up. That looks straight to you? Looks good to me. Probably should have moved it over a little bit more this way, but it's very much stuck now because I use Nuvo Deluxe. If you want it right in the center, but that's okay. Actually, I mean, again, offset it. That looks really lovely, but now it's not offset enough, so it's going to bother me, but that's okay. Let's grab some smaller. Again, you know, look at your foams. Like that one's super thick. This one is the one I'm looking for. It's like quite a bit thinner. This one is also kind of thick. So go with this guy. And it looks like, okay, we have these pieces. We do have this like final little rose here. Right? And then we have, I guess, it, you know, I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, so the cat, obviously, the little cat layer, which is down here. This rose, I think, came from up here. Yeah, it's not too much. I mean, they have this guy, so, and they don't have that repeated, so it's whatever you want, basically, which is nice. I'm trying to see something. Right, that's this one. So this one can go from there. This little guy can go here. Yeah, I mean, they have another rose for this guy if you want. But like I said, they didn't repeat too many pieces. So honestly, this is right up my alley because I don't like too much. You have one little rose petal there, you know, like the one that's back here, I suppose. And then we have the little butterfly, and then we have one. That's interesting. Because usually they give you a ton of layers. I mean, you can kind of see that more over here. See, on this one, they only have 2 of the shoe, and then they have a ton of layers. This one, they give you more backgrounds, which is cute. That's good. And again, I don't do a ton of decoupaging anyway, so this works out for me. I generally try to reduce things to 2 or 3 layers anyhow, if you've seen any of my older videos. So let's stick a couple of these on here. I'm just going to line this out with some dimensionals to take the backs off, okay guys? And I'll be right back. Yeah, it's interesting how they did this set. Not to belabor it, because obviously I don't even know if this is still around. But see that I just went with the piece of the cat. But they also have this one where it's just the cat, and then you have the piece of the cat, you know, so there's different layers you can do within there. But again, they didn't give you a ton of other layers, so I'd rather just leave some of those for another time. So I'm happy to go from the one layer to this guy. So then you just pop it on, like pretty much exactly where the bottom layer was. So I kind of just line it up as I go, and that looks good. So you have a little bit of dimension there, super cute. And it looks amazing when they do all these layers, but like for me, just mailing it or thinking about that kind of thing makes it really difficult. Oh my gosh, the other day I was checking something out as far as postage pricing, and I'm like, what? I didn't know. Stamps are like 70-something cents now? Oh my gosh, I have tons and tons and tons of forever stamps, so I bought them when they were like 45 cents or whatever it was. But anyway, I have a dimensional there. That's crazy to me. And then just put this little guy over here because it looks like the little kitty's looking at him, right? And kind of off the side. Cute. So we have this, and I want to tie this together a little more because I think I only have a small sentiment on this particular pad. It says like thinking of you, but of course dies, whatever you have, you know, pull those out. I'm going to see what we have over here as far as these guys. So again, these people have decoupage. They have card toppers or whatever. So like this might be a topper pad type thing. I don't know. Oh, and that's the other thing. So in this kit, see it says T for 2 base layer. So you're supposed to start with this, and then you start building up with some of those pieces like I just used over here. So I could have taken one of these, like the kitty cat one, and built off of there, right? But I made my own background, so I'm not worried about that. But this one. So you can start building on there. You can start just decoupaging on this. I mean, there's all kinds of ways. Wishing you a special day as perfect as you are. I mean, that's cute, right? I mean, we can do best wishes from the other. It doesn't, you know, you can mix and match. Obviously, this one has a little doggy, so maybe I'll leave it for another one. But what I wanted was maybe something in the background. This is what I was thinking about right here. And I don't even know. And see how this is awesome. They do such cute things. Like this blue one would work really well, but I want to bring some of that pink back, right? So I'm just going to cut this off. I'm going to cut the whole thing. Oh. It's funny, on the one side it was really just already came away, but there we go. But the other side is really still kind of stuck down. And so I'm going to cut that guy off. Whoop. And I mean, it even has these cute little corners. I mean, you could have used those too, right? It has two, four of them, sorry. You can put these all over. Or even on this part, right? I mean, they could have worked out. So all these different things we can do. Best wishes. That's kind of cute. But you know what? Maybe I'll just use that little circle that was in the other thing. Happy birthday. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff in here. They just, I mean, this card kit, honestly, if I should pick up another one. Here I am hardly using this one. I'm like, I should get another one. And then this pink, thinking of you. So anyhow. I wasn't sure if this is going to go across the whole thing, and it does, but if it didn't, I would just cut it and then put a piece here, you know, that'll fit behind here, and then put a piece behind here that'll go out the other direction, but this does work completely, so, okay. And we'll probably use this little guy. And simple. It's just a little idea, guys. Again, here's some info about what we're looking at. Some little inspo. Cute. I'm telling you, I try to take some of the ideas that they do and then make it sensible. I was watching the other day, and it was an older video from Hunkydory, and the guy that, I don't know if he's the owner, it seems like he's the owner, he's like, oh, people nowadays, they're making smaller and smaller cards. It seems like that's the trend, and it's like, well, yeah, kind of. Okay, I'm just going to stick this down wherever I think it looks good right there. Like, not down in the middle, but just wherever. I'm going to use the whole thing, but if you wanted to, you know, save some scraps, you can definitely think about it a little bit more. Where is this? Let me see if this is straight, because I can see that I came this way with it. I'm looking at my little grid lines. I didn't start anywhere that made any sense, but I just popped it down somewhere. And I have it lined up on this side. On this side, we can just cut it off the rest. Have that little strip there, and then let me lay this back on here again because I want to make sure when I stick this on it is where it needs to be. And I think I'm going to pop this up just a little bit since I didn't do too much more of this, and I used a very small dimensional on this. I don't have a problem kind of putting this up, and I'm just going to use my regular dimensionals just because they're bigger, but they are thicker. So if you want to still use some little guys, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to line this out maybe to here. You know, because some of this is going to be sticking off the very top. This is super sturdy already with all that paper that we put down, so I don't need to really reinforce it with much more. And look at that. Just a couple different paper packs that, you know, I just eyeballed and thought would be nice. Okay, so this is up to 4 and this is 5. All right, so what I'm doing is looking at this and I'm going to place it wherever the 5 inches would be, a little bit lower. just a tad bit lower. And I mean, those are the numbers I came up with, but you can do any variation that you want that make a 5x7. So the card is 5x7. It'll still fit in a 5x7 envelope, and it just has a fun look to it. Okay. And that's as much as I'm going to do because, you know, I don't get too crazy for the most part. Let me put this over here. And then we have this thinking of you. I mean, it could be like right here, here. I kind of want to get it closer to this. Same little cat is on there, which is cute. Okay, so I just put one foam adhesive more over on this side because I know it's going to touch here. Maybe somewhere like that. A little bit sideways. I think that's cute. And look at that. So we, you know, pulled in some of those colors, the blue, and brought those out from the background and from, you know, the flowers that are here. It looks very cute, not super, super dimensional, but dimensional enough for me. That makes me happy. I love the way this little guy's going off the edge. And basically it's a tentfold card, so you can hold it like that. But it just has a little something different, right? So that's it, guys. So hopefully, you know, I mean, bring out your Anna Griffin stuff, your Crafters Companion stuff, your Diamond Press, you know, your ephemera. Like, this card you can make with literally anything. So it was really fun, I think, and quick, and it comes out looking really, really lovely, sensible, and giftable, you know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.